Okay, it's time. Tuesday, 7 a.m. Time for 1,000 reps. Start with our arms.
These are times right now for you to step up. Be that guy that can take anything.
One of my friends, Alex, has got this quote which I love. He says, "The heaviest things in life aren't iron and gold, but unmade decisions. The reason you are stressed is that you have decisions to make and you're not making them."
It will be more difficult. It will require more effort on your part. But you know what I can tell you about that? When you do the hard things, you will have a happy and easy life. But if you constantly choose to take the path of easy and negotiate and compromise, you will have a hard life.
If you're too scared to show up and you sit back at home, wondering what if and everything else, no one in hell is going to call you an opportunity because you weren't present. The winners always show up. They're willing to lose in order to gain. This body, as great as you are, as sharp as you make an arsenal, it can't do anything if you don't have confidence in yourself. We all fall down in life. The question is, who gets back up?
People want the flame, but they don't want to touch the fire.
Actors, we have the power to convince the world we know what we're doing, when in fact, we do not. I can make you believe I'm a detective without ever stepping foot in an actual crime scene.
So we got 1,000 reps,
These symbols probably
50 reps
symbolize something.
per exercise, 6 body parts.
You have to want it. You have to want to be better.
6 body parts
And it
to go with our
starts off,
arms,
you have to have practice.
shoulders,
Understand
back,
that you want it bad,
chest,
you're willing to put in the work and
abs,
you don't want to do.
and legs.
It's what makes
Total
you
1,000
have
reps.
that confidence that you
You've
know
been
how
sticking
to
with
push
me
through.
this week
And
too.
the mentality.
We're gonna try to shred it down.
Failure is a
I'm telling you, you're gonna feel so much better when you do this. Not when you're doing it, but you'll feel better whenever you're done.
part of the process to becoming successful.
And if you want to be successful in life, you got to do the things other people aren't willing to do.
I've seen many birds land on branches, but what I've never seen is a branch break and a bird fall and die. Trust your wings.
If you get out of high school, you don't know what to do, and then you start playing video games and you're on social media, a day can slip by like that.
Yeah.
A day becomes a week, becomes a month, becomes a year, and before you know it, you're 30.
Yeah, right.
And you
That's
haven't
for
done
sure.
shit.
My decision was to be the best person I could. And I basically, a lot of ones I wake up and say feelings. And that doesn't mean like, don't take it literally, feelings. But sometimes you have to go beyond what you're feeling. And my knees are, but guess what? I wanted to run.
There's 10,000 times more going on inside the head of a man than you have any idea. He's carrying burdens that you don't have a clue about. And he don't know how to express them. And he don't know what to do about it. And he figures if he puts it out there,
100 down.
he's just going to be shot down, called a fool, called weak. So he carries.
So we're doing,
and you have
right now we're
no
doing
clue
1,000 reps.
burdens.
Okay, in this session right now, 6 body parts, 50
50
reps per body part in the exercise. By the time we're done, we're gonna have 1,000. It's tough, but I'm telling you what, you are gonna feel amazing and it's gonna shred it off. So if you're one of those kind of people, the ones I'm really trying to focus on, I'm 53 years old. If you are overweight and you're taking one of the fat loss drugs, this is where you need to be, because you need to be able to not only drop the weight, but you got to re-establish your metabolism. Be careful because your muscle's going to be wasting away. Something like this. Not high weight. You're not going to get hurt. Use water bottles. Do anything. As long as you get these 50 reps in, 1,000 per day, 5,000 a week, 20,000 a month. We're going to go for 3 months. 60,000 reps. If you don't think that's going to transform your life, speed up your weight loss, and make you feel better, come along for the journey, guys. Say, I'm 53. You can definitely do this.
I'm going to let you in on a very important secret I learned when I was about your age, boy. You see, power, real power, doesn't come to those who are born strongest, or fastest, or smartest. No, it comes to those who will do anything to achieve it.
I became the most obsessed person on the planet Earth. I had to invent a God that didn't exist. I had to invent a God that can take any pain, any suffering, any kind of judgment. I had to build this callous mind, and I built it through suffering.
You keep going to the next level, you suck at the next level. And not doing anything at the next level.
So here's what that example.
It's about taking action, guys and girls.
They've reached here.
If you don't take action, you're never going to get to anything in life. Everything is about taking action now. When you don't, it's always for tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. And then tomorrow turns into a year, turns into 2 years, turns into regret. You got to get your ass moving. You got to take action. It's about discipline because you're not going to want to do it. You're not going to want to get up and work out every day.
There are two parts.
Just not.
One is getting.
But you got to do it. So if you're not doing it just for you,
the second is
do it for everybody else around you. So you're going to be around longer and a lot healthier.
There's no life hack. To grow that thing, how do you grow it? Do it. And do it. And do it. And do it. That's the hack.
I'm a winner. I'm going to win.
Don't take today off. Not today. Wait. Don't give in to the immediate gratification that is whispering in your ear. Shut that. Do not listen to that little voice. Instead, go through the motions. Lift the weights, sprint the hill, work on the project, get out of bed. Now, as an overall rule, I do not like procrastination. You need to get things done.
Everyone does a few reps when the burn starts and they stop. No one goes the extra mile and keeps going. Like no one's in here right now. Why? Because Saturday.
Basically, you got to take action. Take action today and get it done. I'm telling you, you are going to feel so much better, so amazing. I use light weights. Like I said, 53 years old. I used to be a big time, I like to work out. I like to pretend like I was strong, throwing up big weights. Well, I'm paying for it now. So if you're in your late 40s, 50s, 60s, and you got more arthritis in your shoulders, about 5 back surgeries, if you have all those things, there's no excuse why you can't do lightweight, high reps. I don't care what anybody else on the internet says. I'm only going to tell you what works for me. And this works.
Live scheduling, time tracking, and digital forms that help.
This will work. Well, I can only guarantee if you do the work, it'll work for you.
In the beginning,
That's the one thing you can't guarantee. You can't buy health. Get some abs in.
They're all there. But the last yard of life, the last mile of
You
journey.
need to take a break during it. Take a break.
In the shadows.
Get her done.
James don't exist that far. Because everyone else are giving up.
A blade.
Your health is essential to anything else. I don't care how successful you are in life. You can't be an ultimate, truly successful and happy if you're walking around with a fat body and you can't do things that other people around you are doing it. Just got back from Alaska, my wife and I. We didn't even book any trips when we were there. We just stopped along the road all the time and just hiked. The things that we got to see are things that a lot of people don't because they're too out of shape. They can't climb a mountain. They can't go the places we went.
You're not done yet. Embrace
Imagine going there,
and don't look for what you're
a trip of your lifetime,
fully, completely,
and you can't even walk on a trail.
sharpened
You can just hear stories from everybody else.
at 26 or 36, at 46. You've got a lot more forge time left. You've got a lot more hammer blows left. And it takes time. But if you will patiently embrace the process, then by the time you get up in years, you can be a man that you're proud of.
A year from now, it's going to happen like that.
What I'm saying is, if you want to be proud of yourself,
1 year from now, who is it?
you got to put the work in. You got to actually do it. What's up, guys? You got to be pushing it hard. You got to be doing the work.
You know, tonight will be over too.
If you're there watching now, you don't even need weights. Just do this stuff. Just do it with your hands. Put a pencil in your hand. Get a water bottle. If you're just starting, just get water bottles and use them to do your stuff. Then if you don't have any weights, fill it with dirt. Just stop making freaking excuses for everything in your life. You got to take action. Some calf raises in.
If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If If you're going to try, go.
And if
all
you're
the
waiting
way.
to do
This
something,
could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives.
like
jobs,
everybody wants
anything
to
like
have
that.
everything perfect
Go
before they
all the
start.
way. It can mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It can mean freezing and
Good
a
point
park
here in a
bench.
second.
It can mean jail. It can mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, or how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejection and the worst odds, and it'll be better than anything you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. There's no other feeling like that.
Even 50 of those hurt.
With the gods,
So basically what I'm saying
the
is,
ice will flame
don't
fire.
wait for everything to be perfect.
Do it.
When I decided I was going to do this,
All
I said
the way.
to myself,
You will rise
you know what, you got to
like
get in the
straight
best
down.
shape of your
It's the only
life,
good fight.
and then you can get on here. And I was like,
You've been there.
if that kind of defeats the whole purpose, you're already in decent shape. But if you want to shred this down and show people that it's possible, you don't want to go in. So many of these guys that are doing these workout things, I watch them, but they come into it so jacked, so in shape. They get that way, do their training, and then they go off. But why not get on the journey with you? Get it down, go hard all the way in, so you can actually see the progression. I'm not coming in here with 8% body fat.
Therefore,
I'm coming in here, I don't even know what I'm at, probably 15. But you got to be able. It all comes down to the work.
Greatest separator of all time. It allows you to go away and do comfort zone.
Okay, we're going on round 2. Arms.
He's special person. That gives you a get out of jail free card. You can go ahead and be normal now. Because we're special people. No, we found what we want in life.
And you're gonna fail. And you're gonna fail. And you're gonna fail. And you're gonna fail. And then you're gonna win.
A lot of people wait for perfect conditions to start. Don't realize that starting is the perfect condition. Tired don't mean nothing. Tired is only in the mind. You tell yourself you're tired, you're gonna be tired. I don't get tired.
It doesn't matter how hard you work, then I'm willing to work harder and get better.
Rest that deep end, not in the middle.
You have one life, don't settle for mediocrity.
Life without those challenges, it's just existence. Don't just exist. Go.
We're not on this stage just because of talent or ability. We're up here because of 4 a.m. We're up here because of 2 days or 5 days. We're up here because we had a dream and let nothing stand in our way. There's no excuse not to be the hardest worker in the room.
I tell you, the best thing, the best feeling,
No one.
it's not even having your shirt off. The best feeling to me is after you take a shower in the morning and you put on a shirt that actually fits, even if it's a collar, especially a t-shirt, it just feels good on you. And when you wake up and you start the day off like that,
in the first place, whenever I get to a low point where I think
when you leave and you get into your daily routine and you leave with that good feeling, you're like, man, my shirt fits tight in the right areas, loose in the other areas, it transforms your entire day. The whole day is different because of the work that you did. You don't have to do this work at 7 o'clock in the morning. You do it at 7 o'clock at night watching the video. You don't even need my video. Just go ahead and do it. What I'm just saying is the rewards that you get are not just physical rewards, but they're mental. The mental reward of working out is way more powerful than the physical reward. Knowing that you can do something also, anytime you're at work, you're doing whatever else, and if it starts to get hard, you just like, your discipline kicks in. You're like, man, I was able to do that workout and do this and that. I'm sure I can get through this project. I'm sure I could get through listening to my wife complain. I mean, I'm just saying. But once you start working hard at something, push yourself. And I think that physical working out is the number one key to teach you that discipline. Because
what your long-term goal is.
Anything that's good for you in life hurts. It's just like anything that's good for you. It doesn't taste quite as good. It's just the way that it is. But the rewards after, it's almost like it's done on purpose in life.
I'm a professional marketer.
So we got upright rows,
volunteer with
some burns, baby.
a nonprofit focused on music education for underserved. There are moments where I'm trying to write a message to a coworker that I don't realize is not fully baked out. I find that I think faster than I type, and strategic suggestions prompts pop up and it'll say, actually, here are some of the key points you should emphasize. Here's how we think you should emphasize it. It honestly saves me time, and I know it's my best work. Thinking about communication can be exhausting. Sometimes you find yourself hitting a wall. And I love AI Compose because you write your intention and automatically this paragraph comes out that you can play with. It is honestly like magic. Grammarly will give you confidence that whatever message you're trying to send comes across as you intend. Download Grammarly for free.
You know, a big part of life too is about your goals and what goals do you have? What goals do you have for your life? Honestly, do you have any goals for your life? Okay, I want you to think about it. What are some things that you really want in your life? Things that you're not taking action towards. You know, and set it up. Then break it down into objectives and into tasks. I talk about this a lot. You know, my main goal right now, I'm an online professor. I don't even have to leave the house, but I don't want to be like that. I'm going down this weekend to Hershey, PA. My wife and I were going to buy a camper trailer. I want to travel the United States year round, do my workouts from all different locations, teach from anywhere I want. Ultimate freedom. That is my goal, where I want to be at. And for the last year, I've been trying to put everything into place we're almost to that point of being able to do that. But my goal might not be the thing that you like for yourself, but you got to decide what you want and make steps to go towards it. Let's get our back in here. I think it all starts right here today, in this moment, working out. I feel like I could take the day on anything after this. That one hurts. They all hurt. That's the only reason you know it's doing any good. But I was saying just a minute ago about fit. I say the best thing, I'm not perfectly where I want to be yet, but that's always a goal. But obviously you don't walk around your day going to work with your shirt off. But when I put a shirt on, a t-shirt on, I can tell people are looking whenever I'm walking around, but it just I don't do anything on this planet for anybody else and my wife and kids, but focusing on yourself to be the very best person you can. And you got to love you. You cannot expect anybody else to love you if you don't love yourself first. I mean, imagine if you're going and you meet somebody and you know they hate themselves. And you're saying, well, if you don't even like yourself, how do you expect me to like you? And that mentality will get into your head. If you don't like who you are, you're always going to be saying, well, they're not telling the truth. You don't really love me. You don't like me. You're just, regardless of what they think, it comes down to your mind. Are you worthy of the love? Are you worthy of the respect? Are you worthy of these things? That's up to you to decide. And to me, the best way to do that is by getting physically fit. Let's get down and get our chest. And I'm using 15 pounds right now. I probably should be moving up to 20s. This is a little bit light. Even if for my chest, I should probably go in 30s. But for the first 2 weeks, I just wanted to keep it down here just to show you, no matter how fit you are, these 1,000 reps will really start to kick your butt here. And these are the only workouts that I do. I'm not like one of those people on TV that some rubber band thing, you're like, there's no way that person got in shape doing that. Well, I wanted to show you that this actually works. And you don't have to have big freaking weights. Going on vacation, like I said, I'm going down to Hershey this weekend to look at motorhomes. Guess what's coming with me in the back seat of the truck? Right here. I don't miss a day. So if you were with me last week, you'll notice Monday through Thursday, we do the full body, and then every Friday, we pick one body part, hit it with 1,000. So if you were here on Friday with me, we did 1,000 reps with just our arms, biceps, triceps, forearms, wrist curls. We did all that stuff, 1,000. And I took Saturday and Sunday off. I don't usually take, I usually do something, but my arms hurt so bad. And my shirt fits so tight on my arms over the weekend. I mean, it felt so amazing. Now the workout, not so amazing. I'll admit to you. But afterwards, it took 40 minutes. I mean, 40 minutes for a lifetime. Come on, we're gonna do some squats. 1, 2, 3, 1. If you're doing these squats and you're not used to them, these burn like hell, especially if you're not used to doing it. Take a few seconds break and then hit them down. So if you got to do sets of 10, and I've had 5 back surgeries. I've never really worked my legs now or my abs that much just because of my back, where my back probably wouldn't have given me so much problems if I would have worked on my back more and on my legs. I played hockey and I'm only 5'6", 170 pounds. I got the crap beat out of me. I was pretty decent, but the better you are, the more you get beat up. So my back was destroyed, my legs, I mean, excuses, but I got a good point here. So I would rather play freaking hard, get injured, have back surgeries, do all that stuff, than to be sitting here at 53 and saying, having massive regrets. I have no regrets about my past because I worked hard. I got hurt a lot. I learned a lot of things. I had a lot of failures in business and up and down. But to sit here and say, I didn't do any of those things, I didn't have any of those failures, any of those injuries, the massive, massive regret on your mind is everything. So when you're dying someday, you're not going to say, well, I regret doing this. You're not going to do that. You're going to say, I regret not doing this. That's what's going to kill you right there. Let's get some flutter kicks in. That's 2 rounds done. So we should be at 600 reps right now. We hit each body part so far 2 times with 50 reps, so 100 reps per body part. At this point, you should be feeling it. And if you have to break, drop down weight, just as long as you get it done. Even if you get to the point where you're doing these and you have to use no weight at all, just get your body moving. Just get it moving. So now we're on round 3. Round 3 starts with the arms. Let's get those curls in. Try not to be jerking all around. That's why I'd rather you do lighter weight, better form, than heavier weight. You're swinging all around and end up hurting yourself. Keep your core tight. If you have to take a little break, just a few seconds, do it. Those last 10, they hurt, but man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, see more power. 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're on round 3, 1,000 reps every morning, 7 a.m. Build that body, and more importantly, to build that mindset of discipline, taking action. I can tell you, just as hard as some things are, I witnessed this yesterday. I was putting off this project, putting it off. And I was like, God, it was starting to drive me crazy. So I went and I took some action. Ended up meeting somebody who works with these corporations that could have just opened up a mega door for me in my business. And I was like, this could have happened a year ago if you'd just taken the damned action. But I didn't. And now I take one little action thing, watching a presentation for an hour, meeting somebody, wanting to be my mentor now, and then you're just kind of like, your life just takes off. You may think you're heading down this road here. A lot of people are heading down this road right here. All of a sudden you take some action and boom, something that you never even imagined before just comes into your life. Now we're doing shoulder flat. This one right here, this is a killer. So if you have to take a break in this one here, feel free to. I know 15 pounds doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're getting up, you've got about 800 reps in, it feels quite heavy. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Try 50 of those with any weight and see how it feels. I'm telling you, the pump that you get, like I said again, 53 years old, there's no excuses for anybody. Do I still have some more to lose? Abso-freaking-lutely. That's why I'm doing this and committed to the next 8 weeks with you, or over those 8 weeks, you're going to get about 40 to 45,000, depending how many more weeks we go. I like to go for a total of 3 months so we can get 60,000 reps in. If you don't think 60,000 reps is going to absolutely transform yourself, then you're crazy. But the only way you're going to know is if you go out there and do it. You got to get up off your ass and go do it. Do it. You only, how many chances you got in life? How many? You got one. But our minds can't really, it has a hard time rationalizing that tomorrow's not going to come. We just anticipate that tomorrow will be there. I'll take care of this tomorrow. Well, at some point in time, tomorrow's not coming. And once you're dead, you're done. You're done. You don't get another chance. I don't know if you've ever had a surgery, anesthesia. They put you on the table. They knock. You're trying not to. Next thing you know, a couple hours later, you wake up. To me, that's like death. It's like you died during that time. So you don't know if it was 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days, 5 years, whatever. When you're dead, you're done. You're done. Whatever your religious beliefs are, none of them talk about us coming back as humans and getting a second chance. So you got one chance. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? I mean, you could waste it away in a fat body and sick. Just take all your vaccinations and do whatever you want to do. But it ain't going to help you. The only way it's going to get you out of this is hard work. And trust me, 90% of the people will not do this. So if you want a competitive advantage in your life, in all areas, get in shape. Fitness is one of those things I always say there's really one thing that you can do in life they can't take away from you. That's why I'm so insistent on education, going to college, getting that college degree. Because they can take your house, they can take your car, they can take everything. They can't take that piece of paper. However, even though I do teach college, if you're going to college just to say you want a degree, it's not good enough anymore. So unless you plan on going all the way, I would suggest getting into more of the blue collar type stuff. I think that's where all the big money is going to be, because AI is going to take over a lot of the white collar work. Just my opinion. I teach sports management, and my students are going to be in the service industry, front facing people. And I think that's a terrific one to go into, any type of hospitality, any of that, because the more AI we have, the more automation we have, the more human interaction people are going to want. So those types of positions, anything that is a service industry, is going to be in high demand. And the superpower for the service industry is going to be fitness, because if you're interacting with somebody and they weigh 300 or 400 pounds, who are you going to trust more? The person who's there that can't even take care of their own life, or the person that's fit and you're like, wow, this person's dedicated. They care about themselves. So just by default, they're probably going to care about me more. Or a person over here couldn't give a shit about their life. They let it just go to hell. And you're thinking, well, are they going to do that same thing to me with my money? Who are you going to invest with? Somebody who works out every day, that's disciplined, takes care of themselves, or somebody over here that sleeps in, that's obese, and doesn't take care of themselves? I mean, to me, it's just common sense. It's like, who are you going to trust? You trust whoever you want. You don't have to believe a word I say. That's for damn sure. If you don't like what I'm saying, don't follow me. Don't do anything. I'm not trying to convert anybody because I'm not selling anything. I just want to see you get better. Okay, we're almost there. We're done with the chest. This is our third one. After this one right here, I always say pick for the last 100. I always like to do my arms because I just like to really pound my arms out each day because I don't know, that's just what I like. I like to do as much with this as possible. So after we're done, we have legs and abs still to go, and then you're going to pick one body part for 2 sets of it, or you can scoop it up. You want to do legs, you want to do chest. I do biceps for 50 and then triceps for 50 to end it. So let's do our last abs, Russian twist. Then we're going to do a combination of squats and calf raises to finish off the 900. If you don't want to do these exact exercises, do something different, as long as you do 50. And if you're strong enough, use a weight doing it. My abs are not strong enough at this point to do 50. That one's absolute killer. But when we do our abs, if there are 3 exercises that you prefer besides those, I say go for it. For any of these, if there's 3 that you like or you want to rotate them in, at some point here I will be rotating them. We really need to go out of order. So maybe tomorrow we'll start with back, then go arms, then chest, legs, abs, just to kind of move it around a little bit. But like I said, if you have your own exercises that you like, go ahead and use those. Just do the work. That's all the main thing. Just do the work. So I'm going to split this 50 up into 50 squats, or 25 squats and 25 calf raises to end the legs. And when I say end the legs, I'm saying end the legs. I know these don't seem like a lot, but if you're not used to doing these, okay, that's 900. So basically, if you're just joining me, we are doing 1,000 reps, 6 body part areas, 50 reps per set of those, 3 rounds. I switch up the different exercises. That'd be 900. And then the last 100 is client's choice. Call it whatever you want to do, whatever 50 you want to hit. If you want to hit your abs for another 100, an extra 50, and then switch up the arms. I just like to do 50 with the biceps, and then I do 50 with triceps. Each arm, not 25 and 25. 50 with this arm, 50. I might go 25 this one, 25, go back and forth, but we're going to hit each body part that. So we're going to get into, if you want to switch these up too. So I'm going to do 25 hammers and then 25 regular curls. Come on. $950, 50 more to go. We're gonna get our triceps in. Find my little bird. I hope you guys can join me again tomorrow morning. If you weren't here today, watch these later in my on my channel. Just try it. Give me some feedback. Let me know. You know, there's Jim Rohn always said, some do, some don't, but we don't know why. You know, if you're not going to do it, think about why am I not going to do it. And you don't have to do mine. Just do something. Do somebody else's. Do whatever. I just think that I brought this down to a level with this that any person can do. No matter how fit you are, even if you are a fitness person, you're in good shape. Instead of using 15s, use 30s. Use 35s. Get through the full 1,000 reps using a 35-pound weight. Let me know how that goes. Or more. Or if you think you're strong and you start off with a weight and you have to switch it up, switch it up. You know, success isn't built out in public. Success is built behind the scenes at home. Nobody has to see what you're doing. You have to go to a gym for this. That was the whole thing. You know, especially if you're out of shape. It seems like only in shape people were heading to the gym because it's all a big show. But, you know, do it from home. You got to respect yourself. Don't worry what anybody else says or thinks. But if you feel too uncomfortable going to the gym to work out, that's not an excuse. It might be an excuse or a reason not to go there. There's no excuse to do this at home. I think these weights right here, you can get a set of weights for about $15. And let's say you start off with 2 pounds and then you want to move to 5 or 3, whatever the next one you can get. Make that like a celebration day going out. Like I get to go buy the 5-pounders. Then I get to go buy the 8-pounders. Then I get to go buy the 10s, then the 15, and then the 20. You know, make it a freaking celebration to get to spend that money because you earned it. And just think about back when you started, you could hardly do 2 pounds. Okay. When I started doing this, when I was creating this thing for me about a year ago, I was doing the 5 pound or 10 pounds. I struggled. I could hardly get through 500 with 10 pounds. Now I've gotten through the whole workout with a 20-pounder, but I mean, that was an absolute killer. Could hardly move. Might do that again here. At least rotate it in. You know, you can always rotate a heavier weight in for body parts that are a little bit stronger. Hopefully I'm counting these right talking. So like for your chest, if 15 is way too light, use 20, 25, maybe even a 30. Just remember, all those reps start adding up. But it's better to always go bigger, and you can always scale back if you have that weight, than to just go buy a heavy weight and then be like, I can't do this. So you got to have something to fall back on. Some days you're going to feel really good. Some days you're going to be so tired that you want to go back to a lower weight, just as long as you get the reps in. There we go, felt. We're done. 1,000 reps. If you stuck with me the whole time, congratulations. If you're doing this from the future, good luck. Congratulations on finishing it. As I said, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Join me. Monday through Thursday, we do a full body. And on Fridays, we pick a body part. This Friday is going to be chest. So be ready for that. So if you want to bring a little bit heavier weight, I wouldn't bring too heavy. You might be able to try that. Best thing is I have the dumbbells. If you're going to buy dumbbells, buy the set that you can move the pins. It goes up to 50 pounds, and then every one is a 10 as you go down. So you can get it down to 10. So if you need something smaller than the 10 to start, then you're going to have to buy some individual stuff. But I like that, the way that goes. But it goes in 10, so it makes it kind of difficult. You can't get to that 15 or that 25. You can only go in increments of 10. But be ready on Friday for a chest workout. 1,000 reps is going to absolutely destroy it. Then you'll be able to take Saturday and Sunday off. But you'll feel the pump and like it's, I don't know. I get excited, and I get more excited whenever I see if people do this stuff. So congratulations for doing this, and I will see you again tomorrow. Take care, everybody.